If you smell what the Rock is cooking. The Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock. They talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me, they talk to me.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Rock James and
Sean Randy Smith, and after 2.5 years, we're back reviewing a WWE 2K game in the latest edition of WWE 2K22.
yes, after the disaster that was WWE 2K20, 2K decided to take last year off and develop a decent and better game.
Now, what do we begin with first?
Well, first of all, we shall go through the full roster that's currently in the game. Then we will go through, I will go through the DLC packs that will be
But bear in
released.
mind when we say the roster, it has undergone quite a few changes.
Yes, due to the fact that this game has been delayed over the past few years, combined with WWE's mass releases due to
COVID-19.
and certain contract expirings and not being re-signed, some of these roster members are a little outdated.
Yes.
But we start with the phenomenal AJ Styles,
Akira Tozawa,
Alexa Bliss,
and one of our released signings in Alexander Wolf.
WWE legend Andre the Giant,
Angel Garza,
one half of the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins,
Apollo Crews,
another outdated member in LA Divine,
the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka,
the man who will be likes taking selfies these days, Austin Theory,
the Animal, Batista,
well, it says Batista, that's debatable, Bailey,
Big Time Bex, Becky Lynch,
WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix.
The EST of WWE, Bianca Belair.
The Big Boss Man.
Big E, obviously, get well soon, Big E.
Still wrestling, but in a different company. Iconic member Billy Kay.
The almighty WWE, former WWE champion, Bobby Lashley.
Booker T.
Another released superstar but still wrestling elsewhere, the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Another superstar that has been released, the Brian Kendrick. Oh no, I know, I just realised what's next.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh Jesus. Making his 2K Games debut, Cameron Grimes.
Currently on maternity leave, Candice LeRae.
One half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Carmella.
Cedric Alexander.
Another free agent in Cesaro.
Former Raw Tag Team Champion, Chad Gable.
The current SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
Ninth Wonder of the World and WWE Hall of Famer, China.
Dakota Kai making her return to the 2K game franchise.
Damian Priest.
The current 24/7 champion, Dana Brooke.
Danny Burch.
Dexter Lumis making his 2K Games debut.
Kevin Nash under his Diesel gimmick.
The current, I'm probably going to say this, the current NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler. And, as we'll mention later in the showcase, there is a 2009 version of Dolph Ziggler.
Drew Gulak.
Drew McIntyre, and as well, there's also through the showcase again, which we will mention, Dominic Mysterio.
The Rated R Superstar, Edge.
And of course, once again, through the Mysterio showcase, which we'll mention a bit more later on, Eddie Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero 97.
Elias.
Another released superstar, Ember Moon, otherwise known as Athena.
Ivar.
Eric, and Farouk.
Then we go to Imperium member Fabian
Eichner.
Then someone who has also been released, Fandango.
The current United States champion, Finn Balor.
Goldberg.
Brian Matalik.
Happy Corbin.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan, or Hulk Hogan in his normal form.
You can also get him if you've got the NWO for Life edition under the Hollywood gimmick.
Humberto Carrillo.
Io Shirai.
Wrestling in a different company that shall not be named, Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Already mentioned, I will say him again, Ivar.
Again, in another wrestling still, but in another company, WWE Hall of Famer, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Recently debuted in a company that must not be named, Jeff Hardy.
And again, in the Mysterio Showcase, you can unlock JBL.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jey Uso of the Bloodline.
Jim the Evil Neidhart.
and the other member of the bloodline, Jimmy Uso.
Jinder Mahal.
Walking Wild making his 2K Games debut.
And of course, what would a WWE game be complete without John Cena?
Another released superstar in John Morrison.
Currently a free agent, possibly not completely done with the company, Johnny Gargano.
Making his 2K Games debut, Jordan Devlin.
Free agent at the minute, Kalisto.
Mayor Glenn Jacobs, otherwise known as Kane, but you can also get Kane 08 from the Mysterio Showcase.
Former NXT champion Karrion Kross.
Who is also a free agent. The longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion, making her 2K Games debut, Katie Ray.
In a company that must not be named at the minute, Limitless Keith Lee.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Owens.
In his now outdated gimmick, King Nakamura, otherwise now known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Kofi Kingston.
Kushida.
Again, in a company that must not be named, Kyle O'Reilly.
Someone who is currently on maternity leave, like Candice LeRae, Lacey Evans.
Again, free agent, Lana.
Again, another free agent, Lindsay Dorado.
Liv Morgan.
Mace, otherwise known as Dio Madden.
WWE Hall of Famer and legend, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
The current NXT Women's Champion and leader of Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose.
General Manager of Raw in the My Rise mode.
Yes, you heard us right. GM of Raw in the My Rise. How crazy is that?
But we'll get into that in more detail in a minute.
Yes, Mansoor.
Again, another member of Imperium.
Marcel Bartel.
Mrs. Mizman, otherwise known as Maurice.
Another free agent, the wife of Limitless Keith Lee, Mia Yim.
A person who at the Royal Rumble broke down the so-called Forbidden Door, Mickie James.
The Miz, and if you go through the Mysterio Showcase, you can unlock a 2011 version of The Miz.
The other half of the Street Profits, Montez Ford.
Mr. McMahon.
Again, with a company that must not be named, Murphy.
Mustafa Ali, who is currently sitting on the sidelines.
Montel Rontavious Porter, MVP.
Naomi.
Natalia.
Another free agent and done with wrestling, apparently, Nia Jax.
And Nikki AHS.
Onley Lorcan, another free agent.
Otis.
Papa Shango. Oh no. At least you can say his name properly.
A man who has recently been called up to the main roster and had his name changed. But we'll keep calling him Pete Dunne.
Who recently got called up to SmackDown. Wrestler who is let go but he signed for another company in Peyton Royce.
R-Truth.
Randy Orton.
Miguel Gonzalez.
Raul Mendoza.
Razor Ramon.
Rest in peace if you're joining us from our tribute show. Another attire for Mia Yim in Reckoning.
The cover star and several versions available, Rey Mysterio.
of his 05, 06, 08, 09, 2011, December 09, and his WCW attire. Rhea Ripley.
Ric Flair.
The current Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet.
One half of the current Raw Tag Team Champions, Riddle.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James, also recently let go.
Robert Roode.
My broadcast partner, The Rock.
Roderick Strong.
Acknowledge me, the current Universal Champion, the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
Roddy Piper.
Everyone's favourite conspiracy theorist, Sami Zayn.
Recently released, Samoa Joe.
Santos Escobar.
The Boss, Sasha Banks.
Scott Hall, again, rest in peace.
Seth freaking Rollins.
And in the Mysterious Showcase, you can unlock a Seth Rollins version from 2020 in his Messiah gimmick.
Recently released due to the disaster that was the Men's Royal Rumble, Shane McMahon.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shayna Baszler.
Everyone's favourite fighting Irishman, Sheamus.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shotzi.
Slapjack.
The current authority figure on WWE television, Sonya Deville.
Stephanie McMahon.
Stone, Kevin Owens' worst nightmare hosted WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
T-Bar.
Tamina.
The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Recently released from Wales, Tegan Knox.
Under his demon gimmick, Finn Balor.
Another superstar recently let go, Timothy Thatcher.
Titus World Slide, Titus O'Neil.
Recently called up to the main roster, Tommaso Ciampa.
Recently let go, Tony Storm.
One half of the current NXT UK Tag Team Champions, Trent Seven.
Here's the game, Triple H.
WWE Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus.
Again, let go in the past. Okay.
The other half of the NXT UK Tag Team Champions and former United Kingdom Champion, Tyler Bate.
Again, recently let go, Tyler, please.
Feel the rush of the Ultimate Warrior.
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions of The Undertaker.
Undertaker Normal, Undertaker 02, Undertaker 10, Undertaker 95, Undertaker 98, and Undertaker WrestleMania 36.
Walter.
Could be the longest reigning UK champion. Somebody who's recently signed with a company that shall not be named, William Regal.
X-Pac.
And finally, Xavier Wood.
That's the base game roster. Coming up in DLC packs from now through to August. We have first being released on April 26 is the Bonsai pack featuring Yokozuna, Umaga, Rikishi, Omos, and Casey Katsunaro. Then on May 17th we have the Most Wanted pack featuring Cactus Jack, the Boogeyman, soon to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, Vader, the current United Kingdom champion, Isla Dragunov, and Indy Hartwell.
And the third DLC pack entitled
being released on June 7th, Stand Back, features the Hurricane or Hurricane Helms, Stacy Keibler, A-Kid, Wesley, and Nas Carter.
and finally the final DLC pack.
Then we have the Crown in the Land pack, released on June 28th, featuring Doink the Crown, Ronda Rousey, the British Bulldog, Doudrop, Rick Brooks, and Mr. T. And then finally, to be released on July 19th, is the Hold Down pack, featuring Rob Van Dam, LA Knight, Xia Li, Commander Aziz, Soleil. I cannot believe the next name is coming out of my mouth.
Say it anyway.
Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly. All of,
Let's talk before I throw out again. Let's
all of those packs will be released over the coming 3 months, or 4 months, between now and the end of July. With the last two out of the way, let's get into what's available of the game.
Yes, which is play mode, we can play certain matches, the Rey Mysterio Showcase,
And
WWE Universe, My Rise, My Faction, and the return of General Manager mode, otherwise known as YGM.
so with the My Lives mode, unlike the 1 and 2K20, the male and female stories are two completely different ones.
Yes.
And thankfully the male character is not a complete buffoon.
No, not this time, thankfully.
I would say that storyline wise, this is probably the best version of the My Lives one.
I couldn't agree more with that, to be honest. I mean, I've had really good fun with the female and male sides, even though my male one is still ongoing.
With the Rey Mysterio Showcase,
which varies through several matches of Mysterio's career.
I'll quickly go through those showcase matches here. Yes, a lot of an argument can be made that there should be a few more matches in here, but I would say they're missing due to complications of certain people not being in the game and other issues like too many people.
So we start in the Rey Mysterio Showcase with a match for the WCW Cruiserweight title as Rey Mysterio Jr., as you know it was known back then, challenged Eddie Guerrero for the championship. Mask versus title.
That took place at Halloween Havoc in 1997. Then we get Rey Mysterio vs Eddie Guerrero again from WrestleMania 21.
Then we move on to a Eddie Guerrero tribute match between Shawn Michaels and Rey Mysterio.
Then we go to the World Heavyweight Championship match between Rey Mysterio and JBL from Judgment Day 2006. Now, ideally, before then, I probably would have stuck in the triple threat match of WrestleMania 22. I can understand them to a certain degree not putting in the 2006 Royal Rumble match, but they could at least have put in a triple threat match where he won the title. Then again, the fact that Kurt Angle isn't in the game, I can see why it's not here as well.
Then we move on to Cyber Sunday from 2008 as Mysterio took on Kane in a no-holds-barred match.
Then we go to SummerSlam 2009 with Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler.
For the Intercontinental Championship. Then we move on to SmackDown and we have a double contenders match between Rey Mysterio and his former tag partner at the time, Batista.
Then we go to the Royal Rumble of 2010 when Rey Mysterio challenged The Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Then we move on to the WWE Championship Tournament Finals as Rey Mysterio took on the Miz to win the vacant WWE Championship. Yes, the old spinner belt.
Then we go to Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe.
And then, for some random reason, we then head to Rey Mysterio versus Grandmaster Lee.
Once you have done all of these matches and unlock the lockables going through, we get a bonus match of Rey Mysterio and Dominic versus Seth Rollins and Murphy
Inside the WWE Thunderdome.
from Payback 2020. Now, I am slightly surprised that that match isn't when they won the tag team titles.
Yes, I'm surprised that match wasn't on there either.
So that's a Miley's mode. The Miley's showcase mode, which I have the only slight issue with it is that, unlike previous showcases, it tends to go from one action, it cuts to the actual match in real life. Which, if we wanted to watch, we could just pull up the WWE Network.
Yes. But we also have to we also have to make comments about the new controls.
Yes, this whole game has been advertised as indifferently, and it does.
Next, we also have to give a little bit of a mention to Universe and My GM.
Oh, Universe mode hasn't really changed that much, apart from they've added the option to control one superstar rather than the entire show.
And you can also spectate your matches.
Then with My GM, you get to choose from
You get to choose from certain general managers such as Adam Pearce, Sonny Deville, William Regal, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and your own custom GM.
in which you are given the opportunity to attempt to run the show as you see fit.
Yes, and my faction, well, we don't know exactly what that entails, but
Well, the idea of that, I believe, is a collector's card type of situation.
so what's our overall thoughts and opinions on this new WWE2K22?
Well, main question, is it an improvement over 2K20? Short answer, yes. Not that that was difficult.
So, that about does it for our
Yes.
review of WWE 2K22 in its difference. Join us soon for more shows involving around WrestleMania.
Yes, from the time of this recording, in just about 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks and maybe 2 days, we will have the Hall of Fame, NXT Stand and Deliver, along with nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania.
It's going to be a busy packed week, folks, for us here on the Wrestling Talk Show. So until then, he's been
Thanks for Rock Jones, and he's been
Sean Randy Smith, and we will see you in 2 weeks.